Hello and welcome to this weather update. It is a little after 9 o'clock on April the 13th, 2019, on this extremely muggy, humid, disgusting night across our area. And particularly getting back from the South Shore and kind of arriving back in Mineola, you could really feel the difference. So on the South Shore, it was actually very nice. And we actually had a very nice sunset in Belmore. And actually, it's right over here in Belmore. So let's see if we can get this here. All right, actually, this isn't the site I want to use. This is, basically you can see on this site has Long Island in the 50s on the South Shore, but however, it's still near 60 and extremely humid on the North Shore. And in the city, it's still in the mid-60s, and for those folks in Jersey, still in the mid-60s as well. If we go and we look at the dew points, change the humidity here, and look at the dew points. See how bad it is this evening. It's just I'm just doing this weather update because it's just unbelievably muggy out. So dew points are in the low 60s. So yeah, very humid evening. On Long Island, dew points are in the upper 50s. We're going to look at some of the actual observations from the Wonder Map. So I'll show you where Belmore is and what it's like in Belmore compared to Mineola right now with the weather. I was in Belmore, and I did do a nice video in the downtown area of Belmore, of course, doing very well tonight. So you can see temperatures are in the mid-50s, and it was a very nice sunset at Belmore, too. So temperatures in the mid-50s there. So they are getting a bit of a sea breeze, a weak one. But if we go in the middle of the island, you can see here we're up near 60 still. And keep in mind the normal high, where this is not even supposed to be this warm. So it's 60 degrees, so it's a very muggy evening. There's not much wind out, and in addition to all of this, you can see in the city here, and it's even warmer. Still 70, holding on to the heat. So it's a very muggy evening, and holding on to the heat in Jersey too as well. Probably. Let's see what they have as well. They're holding on to the heat. It's dropping off a little more now. There, 65. But still very warm for this time of the year. So I want to show you the map for a reason. And if I can show you exactly where there was a big fire somewhere in Ocean Grove, which I think is somewhere over in this area here. And I was this evening, actually, I was at Jamaica and changing trains around 8:30, and you could smell smoke in the air. So this fire that happened over here, the smoke has traveled all the way into Queens. So if you're smelling smoke in Queens, that's why. I'm thinking it's coming from there because it smelled awful. It smelled like a building fire. So it really did not smell nice in Queens. If you're in Queens and you're smelling smoke, for my viewers in Queens, please let me know in the comments because that's probably where it's coming from. It's probably coming from the fire along the Jersey Shore over here. Again, a huge food court building fire, and they just rebuilt it too. It was very unfortunate. But it was a very bad fire. It was completely destroyed. So let's look at the dew points. I'll show you why it feels so bad out. I put it on dew point. We're waiting. Here we go. We're waiting. All right. So here are the dew points. So upper 50s. Dew points are in the upper 50s, and it starts feeling humid when the dew point reaches this level. But it's even worse in Jersey. You have dew points up into the low 60s, so dew points of 61 in Toms River. These are dew points, all right. So it feels it's very humid, a very unusual type of weather to see in April. It's just we're seeing the climate rapidly change before our eyes, and I mean rapidly change. It's not a slow thing. It's happening very rapidly. And that's the scary thing. So let's look at some observations across our area this evening. And see what the highs were too of various areas. So Farmingdale's 56. So 56, and it did reach 68 at Farmingdale today. And we'll look at New York City, and it'll be a lot warmer there. You can see it's still 72 at this hour in April in Central Park. 55, so very almost summer-like evening across our area. It's only April. Hit 77 in early April at that. Well, maybe mid-April now. I guess mid-April, but still too warm. 77 at Central Park was the high. Let's go into Jersey where it's probably even worse. take a look at Tom's River. So Tom's River, all right, it's dropped to 66, but look at the dew point, 62. So it's even more humid there. And it hit 76 there at Tom's River. I'm surprised it wasn't warmer than that. That's quite warm. We'll check out Monmouth, too, as well. Let's see. So 68 at Belmar Farmingdale, and let's see what they hit. 75. But there was a reading somewhere in Jersey, I think an 80-degree reading somewhere. Maybe it was Newark. Let's see. So Somerset Airport, 65. Let's see what it hit there. 79. All right, almost 80 degrees. The only reason why is because there was more sun there, so it was hotter. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's just brutal out. It's not normal to have this kind of weather in April. All right, it's such a muggy evening. I walked in and I'm just starting to sweat like crazy. I can't deal with this humidity. It's awful. So let's pan out on the Ventus sky before I wrap up this video. We're not going to go over the models at all because I did that in the last one. I just want to show you how unusual this warmth is. And you can see it's just stretching all the way up from Florida, all the way up into New England. Look at this. You can see look at this. I'll pan this over here. See, that's the huge Atlantic ridge. The huge Atlantic ridge that we see now all the time due to climate change. And it's just turning the whole East Coast tropical. Meanwhile, if we were in the West, we'd have some cooler air. You can see it's in the 30s, teens, much more comfortable there. So you could see the jet stream. Again, we can look at the jet stream, and you can do that. And also, there's a storm over here I want to point out to you also. There's a big storm over here that's actually a lot of thunderstorms. So if we could look at the radar, and I can actually show that to you. Here is this huge storm here. This will bring us the rain tomorrow. But of course, the track is going to be into the Great Lakes. So look at the dew points too. Let's get the dew points. Show you the dew point. And you can see this really tells the story. You can see all the humidity going all the way up the eastern seaboard. But there's a front right here. So this front will hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a backdoor front tomorrow, and then more relief come later Monday, but that'll be discussed in another video. But you can see all the humidity up the whole East Coast. The whole East Coast is tropical. If you go to the West, it's nice and dry. So that's what's going on, and that's all because of the jet stream. So I'll just show you the wind. I'll show you the jet stream again and point that out to you. Again, it's all because of this jet stream. Oh, look at this. Look at this jet stream. It's a mess. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's a mess. Look at how wavy and diffuse it is. The jet stream's covering the whole. This is a mess because the Arctic is warming at such a high rate, and it's happening so rapidly. And it's very disturbing. I mean, if the East Coast becomes tropical, I don't see how I'm going to survive here. I can't deal with this kind of weather, this humidity. Let's just see what it's like in Flagstaff, because I'm sure it's beautiful there. So 54. But the dew point is 19. You got to remember it is 3 hours or I think 2 hours earlier there, so the sun hasn't probably set yet, or it's in the process of setting. But they got beautiful weather. 63 tomorrow, 63. All right, so it's not that much cooler, but it's drier. The dew point is 19. It's not humid, and that's the difference. It's not humid there, and of course they have sunny weather and all nice weather. So if you can go there, for those of us who can't afford it, we're going to have to just deal with hibernating in the air conditioning and going to the South Shore. So that's going to wrap up this video. Going to be a muggy night, and then the humidity is going to be back with us again later tomorrow night as well. So summer has started in April.